Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for another faithful Friday. Another faithful Friday. What a time to be alive and well and here to enjoy it. For most of you guys, we are entering the disconnect. And this one's a good one because it's an extended one. And for me, I started mine's early. But it's been a good week. It's been a good week. I hope that you're all ready for the disconnect. I know that individuals can do a variety of things for Labor Day, but what it represents for me is a true day to rest, a day to disconnect and just do nothing more than just rest from my labors. Life can get busy and it can get noisy at times. And so the opportunity to be still and do nothing sounds like music to my ears. This week, I pray that you were able to make some strides, get some things done, and truly be able to tend to your business. We all know that social media is loaded with updates. What's happening with the who's, and the news can sometimes even leave us scratching our heads. Of the things that are going on, even in our local areas. This week, I was determined to not just watch and hear, but pray, because we're really in a state of times that the state of times that we're in right now, it's not a if I feel like type of season, it's a must. It is a must. This week, focus for me was just all about choices. Each day we are faced with choices. We can look around and see the unlimited, the abundant, and all kind of opportunities that God has placed before us. The opportunity to create, to serve, to love, to heal, and yes, even the opportunity to accomplish, make some strides in those things that we want to do. Or we can stare at the opportunities that maybe another person may be stepping into right now and get entangled in the enemy's lie that everything is scarce, supplies are scarce, opportunities are scarce, just scarce possibilities. And we don't want to do that. We have to stop looking at our brothers and sisters next to us as a threat to our own story. We got to stop looking at things through those lens. Why? Because when this happens, we start to see his or her progress as a threat to our slower progress. Maybe we're not there yet. We start to see their accomplishments as intimidating. We start to push away from people we should be cheering for because we're stuck staring and comparing ourselves. That a lot of times that's what social media is all about, staring and comparing. And you don't want to do that. Look, celebrate, let it inspire you, let it encourage you that if they did it, you can do it too. Life is not about the destination and who gets there first. It's about the difference in the lives that we touch along the way. It really is. Sometimes we got to just stop rushing and stop to smell the roses. We really do. Next, this week, I tapped into a deeper study about deserts or deserted places in our life. We all know that the desert represents dry. And in the physical sense, it can be dry to the point where we don't know what to do next. However, it is in the desert phases of our lives that God can make us stronger. We talked about that a few months ago, how we would all love to live in summer forever. However, there is something good in all seasons. That's why I always say I love all seasons because they all represent something that we're supposed to be doing. But just like seasons require us to slow down, some seasons require us to slow down and reconnect with our next, what it is that we're supposed to be doing. That's often what happens in our desert seasons. We have to slow down and reconnect. It's in the desert, or as I like to call it, our hard season, that we can experience loss, sorrow, pain, isolation. But all of this helps us to grow and become closer to God. Believe it or not, it's working out for our good. It's in the desert that we really learn to rely on God. There he meets us and there he grows us. Just like a seed that's planted in the appropriate season, when the time comes, it's going to grow. It's inevitable. It's in the desert that we can ask God to cause all of our relationships to work in perfect harmony. This week, I really zoned in on walking in love because love never fails. I realized that with God's love, not the world's love, because the world's love is conditional. It really is. With God's love, I can refrain from behaving rudely or seeking to fulfill selfish desires. God's love keeps me from being angry and and having malicious thoughts about others. It's with the love of God that's penetrating my heart that I'm able to bear all things and endure all things. Talk about just a state to be able to walk in, knowing that love will never fail as long as you see things God's way, and not the ways of the world. We have to refuse to get stuck. Really refuse to get stuck in trying to guess what the future is going to hold and all of the things that you're going to need to do. However, just take each day as it comes and do the best with the current circumstances that you have been dealt. Remember, you're going to make it. My shirt even today says, keep going. You got this. You're going to make it. And I love motivational teas because they really help me to it helps to remind me. A lot of times when I'm out and about, people will tell me, man, I love that message. And that's just to even encourage someone else. That's me letting my light shine. I'm telling y'all, I decided to keep it short and sweet this week because I know it's Friday. We've talked about Friday being that day where people's momentum, their focus, it starts to, go downhill. And most of you are probably checked out and ready to give the weekend the best that you got. If you're looking for the guys, you can find us tomorrow at Garfield Park Farmers Market from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Come and get sauce. Maybe you need some barbecue for your holiday occasion. We have the spice to be able to spice up the occasion. And then Sunday, the guys will be at an event called Rib Fest. I will post both events and along with location to our Guys Cooking Creation Instagram and Facebook page. Remember, if you're out and about, let your light shine. I don't care how anybody feels about it. Maybe somebody needs a smile. Maybe somebody needs a hug. Maybe somebody needs an encouraging word. Whatever the case may be, let your light shine. Why? Because your transparency is leading to so many others being transformed. Do something this weekend, these next few days that your future self will thank you for. Even if it's just getting some rest from your labors. It is Labor Day. You know the drill. I'll be back on next week. But until then, this has been your girl 7, and I will see you soon.